Welcome to this week's YouTube Live in the podcast. My name is RD. We got a special guest up in the Waterfowl Den. So welcome to the Waterfowl Den.
Thanks, man. Well, I'm glad to be here.
So we got Mason with us. We're gonna get down and talk all kind of good stuff about Mason. We're gonna learn all kind of stuff. I met Mason probably 3-4 weeks ago at the Ducks Unlimited Expo, and we both this year. This is your first year, I think, with being a retail ambassador too, right? So
Yes, sir.
So both of us this year is getting the opportunity to be ambassadors for retail, and I got to work the booth with you 3 days, 2.5 days, almost 3.
Yes, sir.
I can't remember if you were there Sunday or not. I came for a little bit and then bounced.
I was there. No, I was there 2 days.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so I was there. 2 1/4, if you want to call it that. But yeah, we got to talking, and I learned all kind of stuff about your background and what you do. And I didn't know you were in the calling contest that first day, and went and watched that. And so we're going to get some cool information on you there.
okay, I appreciate it. I'd love to tell it.
Oh yeah, well we're gonna talk about it. I got you locked in unless we lose the internet, and there ain't no storm. So there we
That's
go.
good.
Welcome, Jacob. So I just want to give a quick update. I know if you're not new to the channel or the podcast, my wife found out she had cancer, and we were talking about that right before we joined. We found out she had cancer right before the Ducks Unlimited Expo. And I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go, but they did the surgery Friday, 5 days ago, and we got her home, and she's recovering. So I appreciate everybody that's been keeping up, and yeah, it's definitely been a wild weekend there. I thought there Saturday night she gave me a pretty good scare. They every so often they made her get up and walk and everything, and man, eyes went blank. She was lights out. They called the crash cart, people running, and her blood pressure dropped, and so it's been a wild weekend. But she's home and she's recovering, so that's good. So
Yeah, man.
So who is Mason, and let's find out where he's from. He ain't from the great state of South Carolina.
No, I got a lot of South Carolina and a lot of North Carolina people. I don't know if y'all are buddies with each other across the border, but
We
I
might claim
am from Orange, Kansas. I grew up in pretty much what you would call the boondocks in central Arkansas. A lot of turkeys, a lot of deer. Waterfowl used to be plenty, but not like, east side Stuttgart. But there used to have a lot of ducks, but migrations kind of changed a little bit, and we lost our birds. And long story short, my passion grew for it. I started calling contests. It started with R&T. Called for R&T for many years. Butch and back passed away. Fellow that used to call for Butch, Blake Hodges from South Carolina. He used to call with me as well. Butch passed away, and I lost my desire to run Main Street. So after that, I trickled my way down to bragging rights and Gordon, and became pretty much family with Gordon. Gordon got me in with Arco, and here I am today. But you won't find somebody that's more passionate about any of the hunting. My wife will tell you straight up. So my wife will tell you she's in a competition with the love for hunting all the time. So
I love anything with wings, any kind of birds, stuff like that. I go deer hunting just to be out in the woods, but I don't enjoy it.
yeah, man, I literally love being out in the woods, but you're deer hunting, man. It's just a little slow for me, but
It is.
I'm a bird guy. I'm a turkey. I probably have a turkey in my family tree. I can turkey call with my mouth, no calls, nothing. So
Well, let's
I've
hear
been
it.
doing it.
Let's hear it. Call.
All right. Well, let me take this out.
That's pretty good. I'd have to use the call.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, I study these things, man. These birds, they got me, man. Whenever I started doing the ducks, it was another hook.
So you mentioned at the beginning there, you said you have a lot of customers come from North and South Carolina. You ain't never heard the reverse way, you wanting to come to South Carolina to duck hunt, because we're not a duck guide place. South Carolina ain't that great. Now, once you get up closer to North Carolina where the Outer Banks is, now that's a game changer.
Yeah, start shooting sea ducks.
Sea ducks, pintails, buffleheads. I mean, it's like bufflehead capital of the world. But yeah, we got wood ducks.
Oh, y'all got probably a slew of wood ducks.
Man, that should be our state bird.
A specklebelly needs to be the Arkansas state bird.
I don't even know if we ever even had a specklebelly in South Carolina. The only specklebelly I know probably in South Carolina is the one on the wall right here where I brought it back from Texas.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Jay. But yeah, so this weekend, so today's Wednesday, so this went bee sugs. Know how you feel hunting in Georgia. Yeah, Georgia ain't a great state neither. But this weekend for South Carolina, it was opening dove and opening goose. And my wife knows, because at the hospital, she's like, I really want you to stay. I ain't feeling all that great. And I'm like, I definitely going to stay. So I spent the night there all weekend. And then Monday rolled around, and I was like, man, I really wanted to be out there dove hunting and goose hunting. Shoot, I'm so tired right now. I don't even know if I would want to go out there. But this weekend's coming.
It's coming quick. We get what I call Arkansas is the sloppy seconds of the United States. We get all the sloppy seconds because everybody else is opened except for us.
Right.
So we got the goose on Monday, but who can hunt on Monday? You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of us work. So I do all the stuff I do, guide, sell calls. I sell my own little apparel on the side, make videos every day for everybody to see, and work every day. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to be going off and hunting. My wife says I get plenty of that in the 4 months that I'm down there. So, and I agree. So, but our dove opens this weekend, and then we got an early velvet like y'all do now. So, but that opens this weekend. But I'm going with the wings. I'm going to the guide service to shoot the doves. So I'm not going to shoot.
We had the whole month of September is early goose, and I love geese. Like geese, if I had to pick one waterfowl, it would be geese. Like, I don't know if it's specks, I don't know if it's Canada's. I mean, I just love geese because you hear them. They just make so much noise. I just love the way geese are. Wood ducks, man, them jokers are on you so quick and gone. It's just and your day's over with. But I love any type of goose hunting. Last year,
I'll tell you, I've all the duck calling I do and competitions and selling duck calls. I'm in the business of ducks. But I'm in the love for a speckled-belly goose. So, once I started guiding down there, some boys changed my mindset on them. Man, I've gotten okay on the speckled-belly call. I can hunt my own group of hunters and be just fine. I mean, if they come over me, I can call them in and shoot them.
How many is the limit there?
It went from 3 to 2. I don't know what they've decided this year. Because they've done brought the pintail limit up to 3, which is
I know it makes no sense. I mean,
that makes no.
It's like, oh man, numbers are going to be low, and then they release them this week, and it's like, they're not low. Like, where did they get these numbers from? I think they pull it out of a machine.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be impossible to count all the ducks. There's only one man that knows that. So, I mean,
absolutely. I think they just go on Chat GPT. What's the ducks look like this year, and comes up with a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I
Yeah, I
went
mean,
to Texas, the specs out there was 2 also.
yeah, I mean, they're, and I'm fine with 2, man, because 3 makes a long day.
Yeah.
So I mean, because all our clients want to limit, and so I mean, three geese were tough. You wouldn't think so, but you swap from that 2 limit, that's a 45 minute hunt,
Hmm.
and you go from that to 3, and it turns into a 2 hour hunt. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's crazy.
we got 2 weeks of goose hunting, and then we move into teal season. And honestly, that tropical wave off of Africa right now kind of's got me a little. I'm starting to eyeball it because they already saying a 70% chance. Man, I hope that thing don't affect my teal season. Because early
Yeah.
teal season in South Carolina, do you know how many days it is?
Uh-uh.
Don't guess too high.
5.
You're really close. 8.
Oh, well, they
8
did us the
days.
same way. They did us the same way, man. Our teal season goes from the 20th to the 29th or 30th, whatever the last day of September is.
That's crazy.
So, but hell, we keep getting these fronts like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna have big ducks here come into September.
Well,
I mean,
I'm looking at that. They're talking about the first snow in the United States possibly this weekend,
I'm telling you, man.
towards Michigan.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain
Oh hey,
because
no.
if there's wads of green winged teal here come September, I'd rather shoot them anyways the end of this month. So, sounds crazy, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance. I mean,
I
we
don't
shoot
know.
green.
It's definitely going. It's definitely going. Yeah, it's definitely going to change some stuff up this year. I don't know. September's usually still warm. That's usually when we have our hurricanes, and I mean
Yeah.
one of the 2 things, it's either going to be an early fall or there's going to be a heat wave that sneaks up on us.
Yeah. There's gonna be a heat wave. I figure one more time. Maybe not something we've had all summer, but we're gonna have something come up. I don't know what.
So tell us where you guiding at.
I guide at Arkansas County Guide Service. I have been there part time and full time for going on 6 or 7 years now. Man, I can't ask for a better place.
Wait a minute. You been there how long?
6 or 7 years.
I mean, when did you start? 14?
No, heck, I'm 20. I'll be 28 this month, dude.
Man, look at that gray hair, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna be far behind you with them boys I got. Yeah.
Kids
But
make
yeah,
you grow up.
I've been there 6 or 7 years now, and man, I can't complain. We're all like family. We have fights sometimes because when you spend that many days with each other, it gets tense. Everybody's wanting to kill as many birds as possible. So,
and it's not easy to be a guide either because you got to get up early, make sure everything's there, then unload everything or set up, then call, and then tear down, and then guides you typically want to come back to the lodge and talk to the people there, customers. But then on the other hand, they also got to be looking for birds in the area, and then get to sleep to wake back up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
See, you make that sound hard. You want me to tell you something a little worse? Which it ain't worse. Don't get me wrong. And if Chad's watching this, I like hunting a lot, and he already knows that. I hunt double days. Me and a few guys, we hunt double days a lot. So, man, I hunt around 100 to 102 hunts a season.
Yeah.
And that's me not hunting but a week or so with snow goose. So I'm hunting 90 days through early spec and full duck season. So I'm hunting all 60, and then some of them are double days. Most of them are double days, that's how I like it. If I'm down there, I'm down there to make money. If I'm away from my wife and kids, I'm not down there to play games. I'm there to kill birds.
When does snows come in?
Snows come in, I think it's February 1st or the weekend. No, it'll be the weekend. Maybe it is the weekend of youth. They try not to coincide everything, which we hunt youth instead of going snow goose hunting before we get clients in to town. So, but I usually hang out a week or 2. I hung out a while, year before last or whatever, and we did good. I killed We killed a lot of geese. But I'm ready to come home and see my wife and my kids. Man, they miss me, and I don't get to see them a whole lot, even whenever I live close as I do. So
where do you live at? You ain't got to tell the town, but like, what would be? And you could tell me the town, and I ain't gonna know. So, how far from Memphis would you be?
A lot of people know it, and the people that are watching this, they know. I mean, they know where I live. But Arkadelphia is pretty relevant to where I live. I mean, it's not exactly because like I said, I live in the middle of nowhere. But Arkadelphia would be the town. It's probably about an hour and 15 minutes south, hour and 10 minutes south of Little Rock. But it's about a 2-hour drive to the guide service. Took most of our ground. I mean, we got a lot of ground. So some of the ground I can be at in an hour and 30 minutes, which is my fields. My field will be over there in about an hour and 35 minutes. So
is it mostly fields?
No, we got everything. We got timber. We've got buckbrush. We've got Tupelo swamps. We got cypress. We got rice fields, soybean fields, corn fields, whatever, just your typical field hunts. Man, it's we got a little bit of everything. It's just hard to get in on flooded timber because it's a big risk. Everybody's trying to sell their land down there, and it's a big price for a land like that or lease.
Right.
And you run into the problem where the ducks aren't using it, or it's not a spot where ducks are frequent, which is why most of the time people are getting rid of it. Because if it's good, they're not going to get rid of it or lease it. So that's why we don't really go for that. I mean, we got a few spots that we lucked up on, but it's just not what it used to be. So I like shooting speckled bellies and I like shooting ducks at the same time. So I try and stay in my field. So.
So I can pull up on the website part over here pull it up. So, lost you. There you go. Forgot to add you to the screen. So, the Arkansas County Guide Service, which is arcountyguideservice.com. So what's on the website here? What all kind of different stuff, and I saw up at the top there, it talks about who our guides are.
Yeah, he probably hadn't updated that list. He might have. Oh yeah, he did. Look at him. Look at Chatty Daddy go. Get him.
Yeah.
Man, we offer self-guide. We offer guided hunts. But man, I'll tell anybody, man, I'm not trying to down talk the self-guiding. Self-guiding is self-guiding. It is what it is. You're going to carry a lot of gear and you're going to come down. But what's better, you can pay a couple $100 more a piece. You can come with me and I can put you on a lot of birds and you and your buddies can have a grand time and not worry one bit. And all you got to have when you show up is if we're partying the night before or whatever, you can have a gun and bullets. That's all I ask. And how long as you have your license, that is all I ask of you. So, I mean, you ain't got to carry 12 dozen decoys or a side-by-side or trailer or any of that, because that's what you got to have on that self-guide. I mean, if you ain't got 10 or 12 dozen decoys and, 2-3 dozen full-body specs or silo specs, you ain't going to do nothing good. I mean, there's just so many birds. They're used to seeing a lot of birds. And so you don't have to have a lot of motion, but you just got to have a lot of decoys. We say that you should bring anywhere from 10 to 12 dozen. So
man, if we put 10 or 12 dozen out in South Carolina, the birds would 100% flare because they would never. If you put out that many dozen decoys, there ain't that many ducks in South Carolina during the daytime.
They trip. Yeah. Man, whenever I picked up my spread at the end of the season last year, I had close to 500 in my field.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So,
but now Belly come over though, man, and that joker was done for it. So, I mean, he's seen it and he was going la, 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 all the way down. So,
up under the pricing and lodging, so you got like morning hunts and then like evening speckled belly hunts. and then it talks about the conservation hunt. That's what I really want, man. I have never hunted snows. I got a sand, well, where you can't see it. So I got a swan behind me that I hunted in North Carolina, and there were snows there, but they would not come down and mess around. But everywhere I go, you can hear them, but they don't mess
Yeah,
around. They don't even come down. That's what I want to do. I want to snow hunt.
man, they're super cool. It's something that I've had better. I mean, I've had good snow goose hunts. Don't get me wrong. During snow goose season, but a lot of your major snow goose hunts, big time stuff is going to come during regular season when you can shoot specks and snows.
Mm-hmm.
I have had some absolute just man. I'm blessed to be able to see what I saw. All us guys that guided Arkansas County Guide Service and Goose Hunt, we are blessed to see what we have seen. Just thousands coming in at one time. When you can just set your call down and just watch them file down in a line, specks leading the snows, just let them come on. Man, you can't beat that. I've got a video that you can go see on my Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, of 2,000 or 3,000 coming in, and we're sitting in our grass that we plant, and them jokers are 15 yards. I mean, there's probably 1,000, 2,000 got right off of the roost and came right over to the wheat whenever it froze. I mean, it was insane. If we'd had a few more guns, it should have showed up that morning. If my cousin watches this, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We'd have killed over 100.
Good, great.
But
I watched some YouTube videos where people literally they set out and follow the snows. That's all they do from state to state to state to state, following them snows. And I'm like, I think I'd get tired of eating them.
Hey, thank God though, because somebody has to take care of them. Because we try and kill as many as we possibly can. And
Oh yeah.
man, them adults, once it gets mid-season, which it don't even have to be really mid-season before they know, because they get pounded on coming down here. But them are some of the smartest birds I've ever messed with. I mean, the adult snow geese are they're hard to trick. It ain't like a specklebelly. They're tough to trick. Specklebelly's got its weaknesses, so you just got to find its weak point and shoot it. I mean, that's it. But a snow goose, them suckers they got some kind of sense. They know something. So
I hunt a good bit up at Reelfoot Lake in Tennessee, and man, them snows and specks, you can see them up there. I mean, they are just migrating like crazy, but you don't hardly see them come down. But I mean, just
so
by
one of our
hundreds.
guys used to guide at Reelfoot. He lives near Reelfoot. My roommate Dylan, me and him live together down there. He guides at Reelfoot, used to, and he's been guiding with us he came a year after me, so 5 years I think. So
I got the picture up on there of the lodge thing. What's that about?
So, man, we got a bunch of different lodge options. Our guide service is based out of Elmira. We have Granny's house. We have the 2-story. Building a new. Don't know if it'll be done yet, and Chad can say for sure if you message him. But we're supposed to have a new office in Elmira. With a sales front where you can buy shirts, hats. You can buy my shirts and hats. We can sell calls. We're going to be selling calls out of there. You come there to pay. We got a bunch of lodges in Elmira. All of our other lodges are down on the White River front. It's not front row, but it's just right next to the White River. And then we sub out a couple lodges here and there. But, man, a lot of our stuff's really nice. Mr. Greg, he takes Dylan just texted me and said he's been there almost 6 years, so I've been there 7. Mr. Greg takes good care, and Chad take good care of everybody down there, and Miss Diane down at the lodges. Miss Christie cleans the lodges too. Man, we charge $50 a night, not $100, but I'm pretty sure that's still what it is. Charge $50 a night on top of your hunting fee. You can add it together. But a lot of times people come and hunt. They'll hunt the weekend. So if they hunt the weekend, you got to book a 2-day minimum of mornings and then hunt. I would request that you hunt a goose hunt. If you can afford it, if you're there, hunt a specklebelly hunt. Because if you've never seen specklebellies backpedaling at 15 yards out of an A-frame, then you will lose it. So, and we're really good at what we do. I hands down think as a guide service as whole, we try and service anyone, but a lot of our people we service are some blue collar guys and stuff like that. Everyday people. We got some good people that come, some people that's got a little more money than most, but we try and service everyone. But we service a lot of mid range people, and man, convincing them into doing that, and once they do it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you taught me into that." Because I mean, man, it's something that if you ain't ever seen before, and if you hit it on the money, you're gonna see something that you may not ever see again in your whole life. I've seen things that people have never seen. A lot of guides have, but I think we hands down have one of the best guide services in the state of Arkansas. We hunt 10 guides full time every year.
So how far is that from Stuttgart?
Elmira is about 15 minutes, probably.
Really?
Depends on how you drive. You know what I mean? So it depends on if you're running. It depends on. I got all the times down, so it depends on if you're running late or if you're on time. So, but or if you're chasing a hunt and you're going from one hunt to the next, like me, and I'm picking up a trailer or picking up a fuller and hauling rear. So, but yeah, it's about 15 minutes. We got land everywhere, man. We got land north of Stuttgart, west of Stuttgart, east of Stuttgart, south of Stuttgart. Some of that's disclosed because nobody needs to know that. But we've got a lot of stuff. So I'm always scouting. I'm going to put you where the birds are. You may want to hunt flooded timber. I've had a lot of people ask, hey, I want to hunt flooded timber. I want to hunt flooded timber. I was like, I don't care where you want to hunt. You book a hunt with me, I'm going to put you where the ducks are.
Right.
So, you may end up in a rice field one morning, and you may end up at Bob's Hole, which is my favorite, along with another guy here. If he listens to this, that's our honey hole in the back pocket. But it's a little buckbrush willow swamp, and it's just some days it's hot, some days it's not.
That's what I tell people when they go on a guide. I'm like, man, you really need to go for like 3-4 days, because one day is going to be amazing. The next day is going to be okay. Yep. One day is going to be the worst day you ever hunted and you hated you came. And then the fourth day is a toss-up because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Well, you can't beat them up 2 or 3 days in a row, man.
Yeah. And
you just can't.
If you go for 4 days, especially in the South, the weather changes so quickly in a week. Typically, 4 days will cover weather changes.
Well, and like I tell everybody, that's why you book that speckle belly hunt. Specs are always the same. Specs don't move a whole lot. They do. Anybody that's watching this that's a guide as well is probably like, oh, they move a lot. Well, they do. But they don't in our area. They don't really move just a whole heck of a lot, unless we get a major front. It depends on what kind of food source they're on. But we hunt specs every evening. Every single evening. So if you have a bad morning hunt, sometimes we'll work something out with you or whatever, if it's just a sorry hunt and it just happens. Sometimes it happens. That's why it's called hunting and not. If we was killing, I'd be tired of it. So that's what keeps me coming back. But that's why I would request that you would hunt a speckle belly hunt, because, man, you have a good duck hunt, bad duck hunt, good speck hunt, makes it a whole lot better. You know what I mean?
They're very vocal too.
Oh my gosh. They are a goose/mallard, if you ask me. They work like a mallard and holler like a goose.
Yeah.
You can't even hear yourself think. So, man, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing that my wife lets me do this. I know she's watching this too, so and I ain't kissing rear, but
sound like you politicking.
Man, it ain't no politicking. It's truth, man. I've been blessed. My family's behind me. My wife behind me. It really it bothers me sometimes, my kids being back home, without a dad. But my boy is getting old enough; he can come with me. So Chad's boy's old enough to be going too. So I'm going to be bringing him with me, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, you go pick up that goose or that duck right there." So
yeah. Mine's getting old enough that he started shooting skeet this year with me. He can hit some skeet, but them crossing skeet, man, he's way behind. I'm like, yeah, we gotta get you better for hunting in South Carolina.
It's hard to swing a gun left and right. Heck,
It is.
I'm a grown man. I can barely swing a gun left and right, but I'm pretty quick on the trigger now.
Yeah.
It's been since I've been gotten, um, man,
Yeah,
I mean,
I think all guides are good because they're out there every day and they doing cleanup shots. They getting the ones that the people missed, and I think that definitely makes a difference too.
well, anybody that's my client watching, they know, and they'll tell me to shoot, but I'm gonna drop that gate, and if I say shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, and I don't hear a gunshot, I'm done. So, but most of the time everybody gets up, and they'll shoot. I'm batting the sloppy seconds, and I'll be shooting something sometimes, and I shoot something. They're like, "Ooh, that's a long ways." I'm like, "Well, I mean, you got to, man. That's why I shoot that migra." So I mean, it's it's a long shot sometimes, and I shoot the tightest jebs you can possibly get is what I shoot.
12 or
So,
20.
I will not stoop down to a 20.
So you're going
That might start a riff raff, but I'm not stooping down to a 20. Turkeys nor ducks.
I'm a 12 gauge kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love the 12 gauge. Now I will say I do own a 20, and I can't wait to get my hands on the new retail 28 gauge. But that's going to be mostly for making content and stuff like that. I want to 100% say I am not going waterfowl hunting in South Carolina with a 28 gauge. We literally get one or two shots per hunting. I need every bit of them other 150 pellets in that shell.
Well, there ain't nothing better than a 12 gauge because nowadays, I mean, like my retail, I mean, they all kick about the same. I mean, you're not gonna. All you're losing is your pellet count, and your oomph to just knock something down. I'm not sacrificing that.
20 gauge in some incidents do kick less, but a lot of people don't know that 20 gauge, because I love reloading, but 20 gauge has more barrel pressure than 12 gauge. Like the PSI of 20 gauge is higher than 12 gauge.
Really?
Yeah. Like it has a higher PSI, but yeah, I need every little bit of pellets I can because typically I'm either past shooting or they already went over me before I realized it.
Hey, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to boast or brag, but if you've done it as long as I have, and as many birds as I've seen die in the last 7 years, whenever I pull up, it's just like whenever I move that electrical tool. I mean, it's like it's instilled in my brain. I mean, when I pull up, I'm just picking.
Yeah, y'all getting hundreds of them though, man. We got that single wood duck that buzzes, and that's about it. I'm telling you, man, you come to South Carolina, and you go duck hunting. You look forward to eating and the friendship, and if you see a bird, that's a good day. If you see a bird.
Okay.
Last fall.
I know what I want to come up there to do, and I got friends, and I got a guy that I got a lot from up there. But there's one thing I want to do, and I think if you look behind me, you'll see exactly what I like to do. So,
talking about turkeys, because I'm pretty sure you're referring to the turkeys.
Oh yeah,
South Carolina this year they changed the rules for turkeys. They took away a bird from us. They did away with can't shoot a jake. And if you look at the numbers for South Carolina on turkeys, 3-4 years ago, it was like 20,000 turkeys were taken. And then it went down to like 16 and then 14. And I think last year was around 10 or 11,000. And this year was only 8,000 birds. I mean, it has got worse. And you look at Georgia. Georgia's not that great, but they did better. But North Carolina numbers were tremendously good. So I would say skip South Carolina and go to North Carolina. Because I looked at the numbers. In North Carolina,
I got places, so I can figure it out. But, man, turkeys are another subject we can get on, but man, I love them. I do. That's my fun passion. That's not my job, but
So,
um,
do y'all have hybrids there? Does any hybrids get in down in y'all's area, or is it all Easterns?
no, hard gobbling Easterns is all we
Yeah.
got. I mean,
I
it's
did. I did go to Texas March of this year. I scratched a Rio off the list.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I've
that was
killed
pretty cool.
a Rio, um, and a lot. I mean, I've killed a lot of Easterns, but um, we got a place in Nebraska that I'm gonna have to convince Becker into taking me, but I'm sure I can take it and can get a taking trip up there. But
Oh yeah.
I'll go do that, and man, once my boy gets a little older, me and him and my other boy, once he gets a little older too, I'm gonna start taking them on some out of state trips because that's my passion. I've always loved turkeys. My grandpa started me shooting turkeys when I was little,
I
and
love them too, man.
thank God. But he was my right hand man in the turkey woods. So he's taught me a lot of things that a lot of young fellers my age don't know, and that's the way that I learned, and I
See,
believe the way I kill them. So
I grew up. It was around here. It was deer hunting. I grew up deer hunting. Daddy would take me as a kid, put me in the stand. Don't get down until till I come back. Here I am as a kid, little kid in the woods, dark, scared. I never enjoyed it. And
yeah,
I didn't get into turkey hunting or waterfowl hunting until about 7 years ago. So I was,
really,
very, very, very late 30s. Um, and
dang
I'm
man,
still just learning turkeys. I mean, that ain't an easy thing to pick up. And anybody that's, especially Easterns, patience is probably the biggest thing with turkeys, or at least in South Carolina, patience. You know.
man. You can go one or two ways, and like I said, we can talk all day about turkeys. You'll have to shut me off here in a little bit. You can go one or two ways. You can be patient, or like me and my buddy talk about at work, you can press the button. I
Yeah,
press the button.
chase them.
I was to press the button as fast as I can. I want to kill as many and as fast as I can to help someone else kill another one.
Yeah.
If I can see my buddy, this buddy, that buddy, help his kids get some, that's what I want to do. So I want to get on him, figure out what he's thinking, press the button, shoot him, leave. That's what I
So
want to do.
at least here, hey Jeff, at least here, we're right below Charlotte, and Charlotte's getting really big, and South Carolina is massively growing. Um, them 50, 60 acre spots, there ain't much of them left anymore. Like they are like literally from my house, they're fixing to clear off like 200 acres and put in a massive housing. So I mean, we're losing land here so fast that literally where I hunt, I have one section that's 100 acres and the next section is 40, and you don't go very far and you in housing. Like it's hard
That's
to chase them. I mean, they'll be right there, and I mean you stuck. I mean you can't cross. I mean it is definitely different territory because if any land is up for sale or some old person is a farmer, it's sold and turned into housing development.
and that sucks, man. It
It
really
is. I
sucks.
mean, it's terrible.
We moved to a place. Me and my wife moved to a place that they gonna come. There ain't gonna be no housing communities. I don't think down this direction. So, man, we live so secluded. I feel rough. That's rough. I feel bad for y'all guys because my electrical boss here, he's in the same situation. I mean, it's before long. He's gonna have some houses near him. So, but down this way, I can hear a turkey gobble out that back door, and I can go kill him out that back door. So, deer the same. They're probably in my yard right now as we speak.
So deer, I got the little deer camera up there, and I showed it you the other night. Occasionally, I get a good many does around, but there ain't gonna be no massive deers. Hey, community wise, but turkeys, I personally have never seen one around my yard, and my mother's seen a turkey and my wife's seen a turkey, and both of them was when I left to go turkey hunting, and they sent me a picture of a turkey in the yard. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I have lived in the same street, for 45 years. I literally lived at my parents' house, moved across the street, rented, got married, and we came back and built back across the street. Been here 45 years, never seen a turkey. And here they are. They see a turkey out in the yard.
I can sit on my front porch and it kills me because when they go, I want to go.
Man, see, if I had that opportunity, like my deer camera, I'd be feeding them just to see them. Like it would be like them videos where people walk out and they see all the turkeys in the yard and they're talking to them, and basically they're chasing the turkey and the turkey's playing tag with them. That'd be what I would do. Me and the turkeys would play Ring Around the Roses.
Oh man. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, I love turkeys. We can talk about it all night. So, but if you want to move on to something else, we can move on. Because if not, you're gonna catch me on the turkeys. So.
Oh, good. So let's talk calls. So you did compete in the there was 2 call contests at Ducks Unlimited or Ducks Expo. The Ducks Unlimited Expo, whatever you want to call it. But you competed in the duck calling contest. Did you compete in the cut down also?
Man, all I do anymore is cut down. So I competed in the cut down contest. Didn't go my way. But I compete only in cut down contests anymore. I plan to get in meat competitions with this call. Once it's done, once it's in acrylic, I'm going to get into the meat calling just a little bit. But, man, I just love a cut down. I love the back feet on a cut down. I love the back pressure. And it's always been my thing. I do pretty well most of the time. That one was a little discouraging because I got cut, and I don't like getting cut. So nobody likes getting cut.
I know I watched the first round because there was like 40... 42, 45 people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think each person got, 2 minutes?
Yeah, we get 1:30.
Yeah. And it felt like 2 hours to watch that first round. Like I was recording it. I was live streaming it, and I had a full battery, and it was almost dead. And I'm like, well, heck, I can't record the next rounds. But the first round was a live scenario. Bird is coming in, he's kind of wanting to go back out, and there's some people downriver, upriver from you, and you basically play into what that judge has in his mind.
To explain to you a little bit of what goes on back there. There's a lot of talk. From now on, I've learned that I'm just going to stick with what I know. Because if I'd have stuck with what I wanted to do and knew that day, I probably would have done better, way better. So from now on, I'm just going to stick to myself on those scenarios. But a scenario it's a rough way to go, which Jim and them have decided to do, and I don't have a problem with them because it evens the playing field. Because a lot of us can run a call the same way. You know what I mean? I mean it's gotten pretty flooded because a lot of us can run a duck call. So, I mean, the thing about it is that you just have to satisfy that judge on that day.
Yeah.
You can turn around the next day and do a different scenario and win. You know what I mean? So, I mean, or do the same scenario and win. I mean, it just really depends on how the judge feels when he wakes up that morning. And it sucks, it sucks that it's that way, but, it's all up to chance, which is kind of like playing the slots. You know what I mean? It's just lucky. It's all about luck. So I ain't saying that you ain't good because you win it, but there's a lot of us that are good. So I ain't saying that I'm good or the best, but there's a lot of us that we can run a duck call. All of us can run a duck call. That's why we're there.
I think out of all the people in that first round, I think I heard one person's call opened up, and he just hit a note, and he just blew too hard, and it opened that call. Out of 40-something people, like you saying, 40-something people blew, and that ain't no little whack. I mean, that's a lot of air volume. and out of that many people.
If you can hear it here in a minute on this sound, I'll run this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it's crazy. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep trying. Butcher at your back told me I'm gonna get my butt whooped a lot, and I told Gordon I'm gonna win this thing one day. So I'm fixing to try the hardest that I can to build these calls up the best that I possibly can.
I know 2 of them that's definitely won a lot of the competitions, and them younger ones are really starting to whoop up on them older boys.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm gonna be one of them one day. We'll see. We'll see. It ain't my plan. It's God's plan. So
I can't blow a duck call. I can quack. I can call geese. I struggle with a duck call, but we hardly ever have any mallards anyway. So we basically wood duck calls and teal calls. That's about what we usually do. But yeah,
well, you can do all that on a mallard call.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a wood. You can do a damn teal, gadwall. You can do all that on a mallard call. So, do you want me to walk through? These calls?
We can go through them. So, okay. Who you say you running with in? I know it's obviously on your shirt, and I know it, but I want to ask the question so that people will know.
I've been with Arco. Gordon is actually who got me hired on at Arco. Mm-hmm. I have been with Gordon, probably 8 or 9 years, because I was part-time. It's longer than I've been at Arco. So, friendship grew into family. Now we're practically like family with me and my wife and kids. They come up and I bring them down there to the guide service, and we hang out with them. They're family. I love them to death. But he has let me dabble in a little more than just be a representative. He's kind of let me cut calls and teaching me the ropes and just teaching me what I need to know to help him. And I'm enjoying every step of it. God's really been taking care of us here lately, and I cannot complain at all. We set out to build a call for the hunters, not to break your bank. And we're going to keep it that way because they're for killing. They're utensils. They're not for show. So that's some of these calls you may think they don't look good, but it's not what they're for. They're for hanging straps. So
yeah, definitely cut down calls definitely look different than any other calls.
The first one I will talk about, and you said you had the website links or whatever, and I'll walk you through it. The first one I'm going to talk about is the orange is the duck hammer. This is a call that it's kind of like a hybrid cut down. Mm-hmm. As you can tell, I mean we don't break the bank on the sales. This is a very affordable call. This call is very responsive. Anybody that's learning on your cut down, but you still want to cut down sound, but you still want to run like a J frame. This call is for you. I mean, it's not got the back pressure of a keyhole, but it still has a lot of back pressure. It is.
So are them singles or doubles?
They're all single reeds. We've built a few double reeds. We're going to have some double reeds in this call I'm going to show here in just a minute. But we're not going to offer double reeds in any of these other calls. If it's a custom order, you say, hey, I want a double reed, we'll pay extra for it or whatever. We will try to catch you something like that. But a lot of these are just single reeds, man. But I promise you, if I sent this thing to you and you played with it, you'd be like, oh, wow, that's really easy for a hybrid cut down, But duck hammer, very affordable if you're trying to learn how to duck call, but you still want that cut down sound, that cut down bark. It's got that easy added rasp. Can I call on here?
Yeah, but I probably would say you probably need to turn to the left or right so it doesn't blow out the microphone.
Kind of got that added rasp to it, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't got that J-framey nasally sound, so it's kind of like a mixture in between. But so the next call I'm going to talk about is the G2 throwback in poly.
I gotta find it. You said G2?
The G2, yes sir.
I'm
It
looking
right
for it.
there. It should be that right there. The throwback.
All right.
Yeah. GT
Keyhole.
throwback. Yeah.
There you go.
So this call, same. It's very responsive, very easy, very affordable. The thing about it is this thing is a keyhole. So it's a lot about back pressure. You know, you're holding on your hand. You just. So it's a whole lot about back pressure.
That one definitely sounded louder.
It's way louder, and it'll get louder as we go up. But yeah, man, like I said, if you just want a keyhole just to say, hey, I want to try a keyhole, you cannot beat this. I ran one on my lanyard. This one right here, this insert's been on my lanyard a long time. I blew competitions with it before we came out with the acrylic version.
Mm-hmm.
And man, this call is hard to beat for the money. You ain't gonna find another keyhole cut down call for this price for the sound. Next call I want to talk about is not on the website, so you ain't got to look it up. This is a call that very few people have heard about. This is a call that we've put together just sitting at the guide service, playing around. You know, we're just tossing around ideas. I want to get in the J-frame world a little bit because it's a little bit more opportunity to sell to guys that don't like cut downs.
And that's what
this is the bragging hen.
Jeff wrote in the comment. He said he blows a J-frame. He couldn't never do a cut down call.
Well, here's the call you need then. It's got a real open bore. We are going to change the name of this to the hammer hen. We're doing a little bit of, this is actually the barrel off of a different call. We're going to modify it a little bit, and then we're going to put the J-frame insert in it, and I'll show you what it runs like. I mean, it's super simple.
That sounds pretty good because I know you probably just got a cell phone making on your end of the video there, so that sounds pretty good even coming from a cell phone.
Well, man, it's a bad mamma jamma. We want to make it in acrylic, give it to you guys in its best form. It's coming. Don't know when. It's going to be very soon. Hopefully, very soon. The way these keyhole acrylics are going, it'll be soon.
So how can somebody follow along on that? Which Facebook, YouTube, whatever?
For this?
Yeah.
You want a sound file on it or what?
No. You said it was coming out soon. How can they keep up when it releases?
We have a website. Go Bragging Rights Cut Down Calls. Just look up Bragging Rights Cut Down Calls, and it'll be braggingrightscutdowngalls.com. I'm pretty sure is what it is. It will be released then, but I mean, you can watch my TikTok and YouTube videos, Facebook videos I'm posting every day. So you can watch those. Follow me, Mason Norman, or at TikTok it's Chaos Outdoors Mason. You can go any of those or on Instagram. But I will let everybody know when the call is going to come out because I will be making videos. Last but not least, this is the call that is very popular right now for us. We've been very blessed to get this call where it is. This is the keyhole acrylic bragging rights cut down call. Most of your keyholes you're going to spend a whole lot of money on. This right here, we're not really going to try and break your bank. We're going to just try and sell you a duck call. Affordability is a big thing for a lot of guys I know because nobody wants to buy a hunting utensil that's as much as a case of bullets. So, man, we just want to make a call that people love, and so we had a goal set. We wanted it to sound a lot like our throwback series, and that was when we were going to say pull the trigger. And he got the first run. He said he didn't know about it. Sent me the run is a little different. Made some adjustments. Came in, took some swipes on it, and I was like, that's it. I called him. He called me. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this is it. He said, I know. This is crazy. And then so from there it went. This is a tease, and I was allowed to say this on this podcast. We will offer next Monday. There will be a drop on the website, so be watching. We will be dropping jade, acrylic. We'll be dropping ivory and we'll be dropping OD green with a black insert. There will only be 5 jade, and the rest, there will be a few more of the rest. There won't be very many jade. We're going to try that out and tease it and see how many people would like to jump on that. It's one of my favorite.
I was going to say, I know you've been making a bunch of videos out with it.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been wanting a jade. This here's a Coke bottle. Mm-hmm. But I've been wanting a jade so bad. I told him, I was like, you got to make a jade for me. That's like, I've always wanted a jade, bragging rights, cut down costs. So, and he made one for me. So thanks to Gordon. Gordon takes care of me, man. So, but here's a little rundown sound file of this call. And if you want some more sound files, you can go to my Facebook, YouTube. I'm going to be posting YouTube videos on the retays and on the cut down calls. So, and it's very easy to blow. I mean, you can sit back and very loud if you want it to be. So
yeah, that sounded that was pretty cool that you blew it at least 4 inches away from your mouth.
Oh yeah, it's light, dude. I mean, it's super light.
That's pretty impressive.
We're just trying to use your friendly man, and he can tune it for you, or I can tune it for you. He's taught me everything I need to know about all that. So, you know, if you get one and you're you need something done with it, most of the time it's going to be the reed, because we try and run the tone boards pretty good. So most of the time it'll be the reed situation. But like I said, Monday there will be a drop with the ivory, the jade, and the OD green with a black insert. So on this website he is showing right here. So y'all go over there and lock them up and buy them. I think they're going for 130, 140. So they're a little lower than most. So, and I promise you right now, you will not be dissatisfied. So all we've had is good feedback, and we cannot complain. So
yeah, they got all kind of different calls on here. Spec calls.
We actually got a new swag pack in too. You can get you a bag for shells, license plate, stickers, all kinds of stuff. So
a bunch of hats. That's a pretty call right there, that keyhole.
Yeah, here's a pretty one right here too. A gold band.
I like that gold.
Ivory with a gold band. So
there ain't nothing says classic like ivory and gold.
It's classy, super classy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it is almost that time, and I am glad that the season's here because it seems like it takes forever to get here and the seasons go by so quick. But yeah, I love waterfowl hunting, and then it goes straight into turkey season.
It does, man. I know, man. It goes way too quick. But you know, by the time it's over with, I'm ready to get home, and my wife is really ready for me to get home.
Do y'all have a fall turkey season?
Nope, we do not. Only a spring. We've had a lot of restrictions, man. And we've got 2 bird limit, 1 bird in the first 7 days, no jakes. We've had that. You ain't been able to shoot jakes since I was little. Really? Adults haven't. So, you can only shoot 1 jake if you're a kid, and it's helping. A lot of things they're doing is how far our season's pushed back. Our season don't start until like the end of April. So, but
ours is getting pushed back also.
So,
but I appreciate it, Jay. I saw your comment. But yeah, at least it feels like they care about, you know, the moving dates around, moving seasons around. You know, it feels like sometimes it feels like they don't listen to the hunters, and then sometimes it feels like they do listen to the hunters. So
we can get into all that, but
yeah,
it's
all political.
Our game of fish isn't particularly the best, and been known for the best as to do that. I think if I was going to speak for myself and for the turkeys that I hunt and the turkeys I shoot, it's all about what you got. You yourself have to take care of your turkeys, because they ain't gonna take care of it. We got one biologist in the whole state. The last time I talked to the coordinator. So I mean, one biologist ain't gonna do nothing. A lot of redneck turkey hunters ain't gonna tell you how many turkeys they're seeing because they're scared you're gonna kill them. I mean, they've trapped turkeys behind my grandpa's house years ago. A lot of people was like, "Oh, that's just false." No, a lot of people have been talking about it, sources that I know, and so I mean, when they find out you got turkeys, they're gonna take them somewhere else. So that I keep my mouth shut on how many turkeys I have, and places I go, because I like seeing them, man. I mean, the other day, me and my boy drove down to where we hunt, and driving across the field, mama and two or three mamas and 20 or 30 poults. And then the other day, I'm doing a food plot for the deer and turkeys, and the other day there was 30, 35 plus turkeys in it with 9 longbeards. I mean, you can't complain about that. So
no. I think
I'm
people don't trap and take care of raccoons and all the other predators hardly anymore either.
Around here, it's becoming a popular thing again.
Really?
So a lot of turkey hunters are jumping on the. I don't do it. I haven't done it yet. I'm just real busy, but a lot of people. One of my friends, he does it a lot. A lot of people I know now do it a lot. Coyotes, coons, anything, man,
So,
and it's populations.
I don't know when you were blowing your car. Some of the people might have saw it and might have not. I don't know if that camera was up there, but the deer camera that I have up, 3 raccoons literally just ran through the corn and went in the water thing and went by. Yeah, that's they killing the turkey eggs. I mean, just tearing them up. I mean,
They are. See,
they tell you if you want turkeys, get rid of the raccoons.
mm-hmm. Well, we could have a really big booming population if it wasn't for the coons and the hog. We got hogs moving in, and that's another thing too. That's another sore subject. So I mean, there's a lot of things that they could be doing, but they're not. So, like I said, I'm not going to go on further, but I mean, it's what it is.
We don't have too many hogs around us. They're not like what y'all have, and then like out in Texas, we don't have hogs like that.
Well,
we got deer though. Oh my God, you want some deer? Come to South Carolina, you can get some white-tailed deer.
Well, I know one thing: them darn hogs and them turkeys don't get along. So that's all I'm concerned about.
Yeah, so, I can believe that. They all trying to survive in the same area.
We got how much time we got left? We can talk some hunting stories.
Let's see. We got about 15 minutes before I gotta go pick up my daughter. So the reason I gotta pick up my daughter is because wife can't drive after surgery.
Do you did y'all get that big freeze year before last?
We got some, but no, it don't get. It gets down close to freezing, but we don't get too bad around here.
So this is one of my favorite weeks to tell about, and this was a what I call a what Miss Christie calls a God wink. Mm-hmm. I started full time. The first year I started full time, it didn't start out the way I planned. I'm a duck caller and this and that. I'm running a duck caller like this and all that. And I thought, well, I'm going to just kill all the ducks in the world. It ain't going to be that big a deal. You got to be where the ducks are. To make a long story short, if you ain't where the ducks are, you ain't going to kill them. That's why I say if you come, I'm not going to put you where it looks good. I'm going to put you where the ducks are. But long story short, had a little rough start to the season. Started inclining a little bit, doing a whole lot better. And we had a hard freeze coming. A lot of people remember it. I mean, it was like 0 temps for a couple of days. Ducks froze up early. They didn't fly for 3 or 4 days. It was cold. It was bitter cold. We shot a bunch of geese just to pass the time. Once they started flying, me and Dylan, I'm sure he's still watching. Me and Chad and Dylan talked up and schemed up something where I hunt with Dylan and Dylan hunts with me, and we switch and swap until my field is available. And man, oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. We were shooting speckle bellies and buckbrush. And I didn't believe him. You know, he's like, man, when it freezes like this, we're gonna shoot speckle bellies in the buckbrush. It's gonna be insane. He said, the way you can call that speckle belly call, we're gonna be shooting them. I was like, no, you know, surely not. Oh my gosh, man, we were landing groups of 10 or 15 specks in there, shooting them point blank, 15, 20 yards in the buckbrush.
What you
That
calling
led
it?
on
What you calling a
to
buck brush?
like it's kind of like a bush. Man, it's hard to explain. It's real bushy, but buckbrush swamps. There's just it's kind of like a really big bush around the edge of the waters. But like we got them all over the place. So we got channels, and there'll be buckbrush all down the channels and stuff like that. But a lot of times geese don't get in that. Sometimes they do, but sometimes not. But the ducks, we went and finished our duck limit. Tyler limited out. We jumped over to his blind and limited out because he had more ducks. We had more geese. So he jumped over there and limited out geese and ducks in that blind. We shot 80 something that morning. And it was snowing. I'm talking when we jumped into Tyler's blind, we were having to wipe our eyes with the snow coming in, and we were shooting groups of 10 or 15 pintails coming over the top, mallards, gadwalls, teal. It didn't matter. And later that next couple days, we kept on pounding on them. We pounded on them for a while until they got a little bit more used to it. Then story I love telling. Chad calls me. Chad says, hey, I got a pump running. I need you to go with me and check it. I said, okay. He said, you can hunt it if you check it, you know. Well, I done been burnt because the first few days I hunted over a pump over in my field, and we didn't see a duck. So I'm like, man, this ain't going to work out. And all I can say is the moral of the story is believe what your boss tells you. Went down there. We pumped and got all the pumps ready. My wife was actually down there when we were running these pumps trying to get everything going. And next day he goes, hey, you're going to take a group down there at noon. It's like, okay. And, you know, I was either goose hunting or sleeping in because we couldn't duck hunt. And he said, you're going to take a group over there at noon. I was like, okay. He's like, go down there, set up an A-frame, put the blind out, whatever. Just go make sure everything's good, bust a little bit more of a hole, slide it under the ice. It's like, okay. He said, don't be surprised when you get there. That's all he said. I was like, okay. Get down there, and there is ducks. I ain't kidding you, RD. They were maybe here to my door, off of the bank when I pull up in the trailer. Big old white, humongous, ugly trailer, closed-in trailer. I pull right past them, and I'm like, this ain't right. This ain't right at all. I got out. I called him, and I said, dude, these ducks won't leave. He said, you're going to have to set up, and you're going to have to run them out. And I was like, no way. I mean, they're 10 yards. I'm taking pictures of them feeding in front of the blind. And he said, man, they're hungry, and they ain't ate. He said, you're going to have to just wait till the clients get there, run them out, and haul butt to the blind fast you can. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. I get down there, first group comes in, man, you should have seen the clients' faces. When we pulled up, they're looking on the ground going, like, with their guns, they're like, I was like, no. I was like, you cannot shoot. We cannot shoot until we get in the blind. I got to get y'all situated, get y'all safety zone, get y'all loaded, set down to where you are safe, and then we will shoot them. I promise. They're like, you sure? I said, I promise. They're not going anywhere. I get them situated, and I said, are y'all ready? They're like, yeah. Dude, I jumped this group of 150, 200 ducks. I go, shoot. I just run out there and get out of there. I hustle back to the blind, and I jump in. I stand up. And they're like, they're coming back, because they always have to let you know. And I'm like, and them suckers come right back, 10 yards. I said, all right, now y'all kill them. And it was just on from there, man. I beat the brakes off them ducks for about 3 or 4 days.
Really?
I'm telling you, dude. The good Lord said, hey, you need a little bit of a break after the first season that I started you with, so here you go. So,
man, if we had 0 degrees, I think people would die in South Carolina. We were
on that. We were shooting the thaw. You know, it had started trending into the thaw, and we had opened it up a hole where they were coming in. I mean, first day we had to weed through the spoonbills and teal. The next day we started shooting big ducks. Started shooting speckles.
You said something that I see videos of it, but we don't see it. Our water don't freeze unless it's just a little teeny itsy bitsy pond. But what you said is y'all cut the ice or break the ice and then push it down, and then slide it under the other ice to create
Dude,
holes.
so I don't know if you can tell how big this is, but I mean, it was probably about 2.5 thick. I was walking on it to get my birds. Whenever I'd send my dog, even 2 days, the
Crazy.
last day I hunted the thaw with Bob. Bob will remember that, King Bob. But he, last day I hunted with them and I sent them to the airport. I mean, we limited out, and longest time it took to limit out, it was about an hour and 45 minutes. And that was the first day. That was 4 days after the thaw. That was the first day that 2-inch ice had started breaking, and my dog was still walking across the ice 100 yards out where we hadn't been. I mean, it is crazy, dude. It's insane.
Well,
Insane.
we might get it this year again too, because they talking about that slump is going to be right there in the middle of the country.
Oh, I hope so. I love those freezes.
Yeah.
I love them. They're hard work, man. You know, like I say, everybody wants to be a guide until it's time to do guide stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, all these young folks always asking me, "Hey, I want to be a duck guide. How do you do this?" Blah 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 blah. And they're always begging to come hunt. But the thing about it is that when it gets down to the nitty gritty, and you're up at night at 12 o'clock at night cutting holes or putting in ice eaters, and it's 10 degrees with a north wind at 15, 20, 10, or you're setting a goose spread in the ice and having to hit it in with a hammer, with a rubber mallet, hit all your goose decoys in the ground when you set, 10, 12 dozen, maybe 15 dozen, So I mean, it ain't just cupcakes and rainbows. I'm a little guy and I'll lose a lot of weight, and it ain't because I ain't eating. I mean, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
We don't get enough credit. So Chad gives us a lot of credit, but some of our clients give us credit and some don't. But everybody, it's hard hunting. It's just it makes me just as mad when we don't kill as it does you. You know what I'm saying? So if you came and hunted with me and you used mad if we didn't kill something, I'd be just as mad or more mad than you was, because that's my job to do that. So
how can somebody reach out to you? I know you said it earlier, but let's say it again. You guys slow it down for the southern people here. How can they get in touch with you to hit you up for guide service and on your Facebook and Instagram again?
You can go to Facebook is Mason Norman. My Instagram is chaos_Mason. Chaos Outdoors _Mason. My TikTok is Chaos Outdoors _Mason 2 or something like that. And then, if you want to message me, my number is 501-304-5980. Or you can go to both websites if you want to call. You can go to braggingrights.cutdowncalls.com, or you can go to ARCO, ARCO, Duck Guide Service, and it'll pull you straight to it. You can call their number and tell them that you request me, and they will get you booked and set up with me, and they will let me know. So
sounds good. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I know it's kind of a hard cut on my end tonight. If nobody didn't jump on right when we started, when I gave an update on my wife, we found out she had cancer. The surgery was this past Friday, so she's in full recovery mode, and thank God they caught it early. It didn't spread into anything. Per the MRIs and scans like that, it didn't get into the lymph nodes, so we won't know until a couple more days to get them lymph nodes back if it stays as a stage 1 or does it get bumped up to a stage 2, and we don't know what kind of treatment. So I gotta cut it short because I gotta go be taxi service to pick up my daughter. But I told her this morning, I was like, I promise you, I don't say it enough. As a husband, I don't give her enough credit of the stuff of getting up in the mornings and getting kids going and breakfast, because right now she's I told her she looked like the old lady at the shopping cart with the moving across the floor where she got so many belly incisions and stuff where they pulled 8 inches of her colon out. But she's moving real slow. So, I don't give her enough credit So this is me suckering up saying, I greatly appreciate it. And my wife is the same way. She knows, man, I need to be outside in that woods. And some days in the summertime, she's like, man, you need to just go fishing. You need to just go walk around in the woods or something because, man, I love being outdoors. I love what, God's gave us to manage, to be over the sunrise. I love to hunt. If I don't pull the trigger and make memories with my friends and just we do a lot of kayaking and it's just so beautiful out there.
Man, when you see, like I said, not a lot of people are fortunate, but when you see the things I've seen, God has blessed me, man.
Mm-hmm.
To see the sunrises I've seen and see speckled bellies falling through the sunrise, or hearing longbeards gobble with a sunrise behind them. I mean, man, it's just. I've seen some things that a lot of folks haven't, and I'm very fortunate for the mentors and my grandpa and a lot of people and my dad. My dad wasn't a hunter, but he pushed me anyways. A lot of people that believe in me. So I'm very thankful for that. And man, we're praying for your wife. That's some hard stuff to go through.
I appreciate it.
But praying for you, man.
I say it all the time. Like you said earlier, you want to take your sons hunting. Take kids hunting, man, because you never know how many more seasons you got in you, and life is really quick. And make memories with your friends. Go on these hunts, and just make these memories, cause you may look one day to your left and your hunt buddy ain't there, or hunt buddy to the right. Life is definitely short, and get outside and enjoy it.
Yeah, my long time, like I said, my long time turkey partner can't keep up with me no more. So my grandpa, and so he taught me pretty much everything I knew, and man, I was fortunate enough to kill 15 or 16 longbeards with him right beside me, and that'll be something I cherish till the day I'm gone. So
absolutely. And I used to have just a photo up here of just the logo that said the Waterfowl Den, and then I got to posting pictures, and man, I tell you, half the time I just leave the TV on because that's what it is, just memories. I mean, it's friendships, and I mean, it's just, well, obviously that's just retape, but that right there is a plug. But the other photos are memories, and you're never going to get them back. And this is the venture on YouTube, and I know you not on as YouTube as much as you on TikTok and stuff, but these videos will live on well after both of us is gone.
You are absolutely right, man.
And, I look at these stuff, and man, my kids can go back and watch them, and
Mm-hmm.
So if you got kids, get them out there hunting.
That's our legacies, man. Our kids. I got two boys that are rowdy as get out, and they gonna like killing stuff. So it's gonna be fun raising them. I'm gonna have me two permanent hunting buddies. So
that's what I told my wife. I was like, man, I'm ready. I'll be glad when he gets old enough to go hunting. And she told me the other day, she was like, well, it's that time. You've been asking for it.
Yep.
Now's the time. Yep. So, yeah. So
I got a 5-year-old that'll shoot a 22 by himself. He'll bolt it and everything. So we're gonna see what deer season holds, and for sure longbeards next spring. So.
Well, you got anything else you want to say before I have to go?
Man, I appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys and whoever listened and who will listen in the future. I appreciate you guys. Just we thank y'all for all the support. Whether you come see me at Arkansas County Guide Service or you support Bragging Rights Cut Down Calls, and I appreciate all the guys that support me and back me. Rite, we're with Rite, and trying to work some things out with Migra. Easy Digs helps me out a little bit. Light Boots. Rixie Outdoors Dog Stands. I always give everybody a shout out, man. Drake Waterfowl. Drake Waterfowl. I've been with them for a while. They take good care of me. So I try and give everybody a little bit of credit because they helped me along the way. Helped me to get noticed. Helped me to kind of tell my story. So I don't think you'll find a whole lot more dedicated hunter than me, and I bet you my wife will. She'll vouch for that. I think about hunting 365 days and a half if there was a half day.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's got to be, hey, this is life now. We ain't hunting. So,
My wife will tell you there's 100% waterfowl postpartum
there
depression
he is.
around the house. I'm telling you, at the end of the season, I am brokenhearted. Like it is like I don't know what to do with my Saturday mornings anymore. I mean, what do you mean I could sleep in now?
It's called Dog Days of Summer. Hey, I'm telling you right now, and I'll make it short. When you shoot as many times as I do, I'm telling you that blood sinks into you. As many
No.
as I kill, and we kill, man, it hits you earlier. Be glad you don't do it. You know, you probably would like to do it, but be glad you don't because boy, that postpartum. If it wasn't for turkey season,
Yeah.
I'm talking 2 or 3 months after turkey season, I'm going with that finger. I'm going, golly, it's God, come on, come on.
At
So
least
that's why.
I fill up my time on skeet shooting, so it ain't the
Well,
best, but I love
yeah,
skeet shooting too, and then skeet shooting leads into reloading, so I love
that's cool.
reloading. So
Yeah, you got to have a hobby. That's why I do the duck calls. I can get all the anger out and stuff on these duck calls. That's what drives my duck calls. So,
the anger, it ain't
yeah.
the Red Bull.
No, it's 100%. Well, I'm in steel with about 110% Red Bull already. I was born with that. So, but that the duck call gets a little anger out, aggression out from the kiddos being turd heads or at work. So,
I understand
uh,
that.
but man, God bless you guys, and I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you having me on. And
Oh
Gordon, I
yeah.
know Gordon's pumped that I was on here to talk about our calls, and I know Chad will be excited. Maybe y'all come see us, book some hunts, tell all your buddies. We're pretty reasonable priced, so just like the calls,
I
trying to
can't
keep it
say I've been
reasonable.
across the Mississippi River too many times.
Well, sounds like you need to make a trip. So,
Twice of them was when I was in Memphis. I rode across the bridge and came back. But well, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Definitely growing in the subscribers leaps and bounds in the past. I don't even know months. So I greatly appreciate every person that hits that subscribe button and hitting that live thumbs up. So I appreciate you coming on, and I definitely be talking to you. I know we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with Rete, so it won't be probably the last time y'all see his face on here in no time soon.
yeah, I'm gonna get a slow start right now, but the rest of the group they better start playing catch up because come September into September, they're gonna be a lot of pictures and a lot of videos coming. So.
I can't wait till I get my ace. So, but all right, well, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my sponsors to get this show going, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I'll see y'all. Matthew Knight with Satura Investors out of Charlotte. There's the information. The link to his website is scrolling across the banner down at the bottom, and it's also in the description. Today's episode is about helping business owners and working professionals like you who share a passion for the outdoors, shooting sports, zeroing them in to their long-term financial goals. So if you need any information or contact or any other questions, contact Matthew. Also go check out Salt Creek Ammo. This triple curl TSS is some of the best TSS I have ever shot. This is for waterfowl edition. It's made for waterfowl. So if you're going to shoot a species that you've been chasing for a long time, don't use no cheap ammo. You pay good money to go on a trip. You got great guns. Don't cheap out on cheap ammunition. This TSS is amazing. It's got number sevens, number eights, and he has number nines. So go check out saltcreekammo.com. Here you will find any kind of ammo you're looking for. He has custom loads, TSS in 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, low pressure ammunition. You got predator ammunition, turkey ammunition, anything you're looking for, give Keith a call. Also to the channel, Kicks Industries, most people will know them as Kick Chokes, has came on board, and I have done a bunch of series lately on waterfowl choke tubes, turkey choke tubes, deer choke tubes. So go check out Kick's website for all of the chokes that can fit your guns. Flint Ridge Hauling Service LLC has partnered up with the channel. It is your go-to provider for all your hauling needs. They are not just any hauling service. They are an active DOT interstate hotshot hauling provider. Flint Ridge Service LLC prides itself in its reliable transportation services.